Welcome back to this week's Sportboat Roundup. I wanted to go over some tackle recommendations for those that might be heading out on a Colonet trip down south and a recap of my recent trip down there. So overall, the conditions looked a lot more promising than we had the week before. And we saw some signs of yellowtail down there, but none of them wanted to bite. We had some really, truly phenomenal quality lings, and we noticed that those smaller profile jigs from 130 to 180 gram jigs, those were the most common denominator for getting those lings. Of course, there are other factors in play, especially while the boat is settling into that drift. So making sure you're constantly adjusting where that bottom is, because the boat is moving and you're going to be passing varying structures and high spots along the seafloor. If I'm dropping a jig down, as soon as I hit that bottom, I'm twitching that rod tip up, so I'm at less of a risk of getting caught on bottom and potentially losing all my tackle. So I'll take a few winds to lift up that jig in the water column, drop it back down again, making sure I'm using the intended motion and falling motion of that jig to activate a reaction bite from that fish. Another condition is making sure you're using the right weight for your jig. Cold sniper style jigs, mega baits, even scampies on a 8+ ounce lead head that are flagging out way too far, they're not going to line up with that bottom. They're going to increase the likelihood of getting caught, or they're not going to get to the bottom because you have so much line out there that you can't really feel what is at the end of your line, or even if you're at bottom. So 30 to 50 pound setup is a go-to. A lot of guys using slow pitch setups. If you're using a dropper loop setup like the video I made last week, that's another really good setup to have on standby in the event that there are yellowtail there close to the structure. Right now, there's mostly anchovies at the bait receivers. So if you're on a trip, that's your only option, using a 2.0 to 4.0 hook, shoulder hook, 3 to 4 anchovies on there with an appropriate weight to get down there, and hopefully you'll get a bite that way. If you're fly lining for a bonito, you only have anchovies, a 1/4 half ounce egg sinker using a swivel, or just tied on straight to your hook to get those light anchovies away from the boat is going to be the best way for that. Bonito in this colder water, they don't act the same as when the water's a lot warmer, and even using surface irons, cast and retrieve style sinking jigs, those things will get bit. Highly recommend 8 to 12 ounce diamond jigs depending on the current, and drift either with a single assist hook or treble hook with a piece of bait to just bomb down there. If there's a lot of wind against current, it can be really hard to line up against the side of the boat because the wind might be hitting your face from the port side, but your lines are all flagging out, going underneath the boat, or they're going straight off the back. So in that case, don't be one of the 20 anglers watching your lines all cross and flag off the back of the boat. You're going to end up in a massive night bite style tangle. As soon as that happens, you're noticing it. Wind in your lines, save some time and tackle. Lastly, Bart Hall Show. It's in Long Beach this weekend. Stop by, say hello, ask how to get involved. The last day to submit public comment to Fish and Game regarding sand bass is the 30th. So check out the website, ccacalifornia.org/sandbass for a sample letter to check out. Well, that's all I have for you this week. Good luck out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll check in with you all next time.